Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the new 2025 BMW M4 Competition. This is the coupe. It's also rear wheel drive, finished off in Brooklyn gray metallic, and its MSRP is just over $91,000. Now these have a base MSRP of $89,000. So we have more of a basic M4 for today's video. Now this is powered by the 3-liter twin turbo inline 6. It's paired to the 8-speed automatic, pumping out 523 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque. Rear-wheel drive, like I mentioned, weighs in right around 3,800 pounds. 0 to 60 is going to be in the mid 3-second range, up to its top speed of 174 miles an hour. As far as fuel economy goes, you're also looking right around 16 miles per gallon in the city and 22 out on the highway. Now for the exterior styling up front, there's not a whole lot of changes for 2025. However, we do have a different headlight design, along with everything still retaining LEDs. Forward camera, there's the adaptive cruise with that sensor, all of the rest of the parking sensors, and then a lot of cutouts in that lower section, massive kidney grille with more cutouts, and then the rest of the lines that go up through the hood. There's also gloss black for the ends of that front bumper. So we just have the headlight design, which is a little bit different, but still some very angular lines to give it a great look. Now as we work our way to the side, same thing, not too much is different. We have a set of 19 by 9.5 and 20 by 10.5 wheels that are gloss black with the red M Sport brakes. And then we have a lot of gloss black for this model. You can also opt for carbon fiber for some of these accents as well. Power folding side mirrors with the camera and the turn signal. Carbon fiber for the roof is standard, so all of the M4 comps come with that. And then great lines running down the side. With that coupe look, I think everything matches very nicely. Now in back, this has a small gloss black spoiler. We have the backup camera. The taillight housings are slightly different, however, and this also has the laser diode technology for the taillights. So we have a really cool, intricate design for those. Hopefully you can see that. All the sensors are in the lower section, more gloss black, as well as the quad tip dual exhaust, which we can start up because this does feature remote start. And you can use the button to shut it off. You can also use the button or that button to open up the trunk lid. Now for being a coupe, you actually have a decent amount of space. There's some storage nets, no storage underneath the floor, but you can also fold down these back seats too to give yourself that much more interior cargo. And then you can lock the vehicle as well with that other control. And when it does lock, just grab the door handle and you can quickly unlock it. Now this model has Harman Kardon for the audio, lots of brushed aluminum accents. There's the memory seating adjustments, trunk release too. And then a very nice set of seats with the suede and the leather. They are power operated with the one manual adjustment there. And you can also have the seat move forwards for you. So once that gets out of the way, we have the color stitched on these seat belts as well. At 5'10", it's honestly not that bad. My head is just touching the headliner, so I could ride around town and be pretty comfortable for this type of vehicle. So on the off chance you have people in the back, it's actually pretty nice. And then obviously you have extra cargo space if and when you need it. Now let's start this back up, where we have a new design for the steering wheel. Flat bottom to it, all of the carbon fiber goodies. We have M1 and M2 paddle shifters, which are massive on both sides. Cruise and adaptive cruise on the left side. Right side you have volume tuning, Bluetooth and voice commands. And then you also have some info you can go through within the digital gauge cluster. So you can pull all of this up depending on what you would like to see. And then you can also go to the head-up display where you can view a little bit of information there. Now you can change the gauge cluster by going to M mode. So we will put it into sport mode, where you have the necessary information while you're doing some sporty driving, as well as a massive RPM gauge on the head-up display. We have a storage bin along with some headlight controls, and then more carbon fiber underneath. The air vent adjustments are actually new as well. The X7 got a new design for it, and I believe that's where this is pulled from with that new look. We also have the infotainment system here, where you have a lot of apps you can go through, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, as well as several widgets that you can get into and add depending on what you need to see. And then you have shortcuts here for your navigation, phone, music, and the lower section is all fixed. So this is how you can get into your climates, get into your heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and your temperature adjustments as well. You'll notice too, little blue accent within that carbon fiber there. There's power and volume tuning, some defrosters, more carbon fiber down below, where there's wireless charging, auxiliaries, and cup holders, and there's even shortcuts for that infotainment system. So you don't have to use it as a touch screen. You can use all of those. If we put it into reverse now, we have that backup camera with some shortcuts, as well as the 360 view so you can clearly see around it. There's another top-down view. This also has the backup assistance and the automatic parallel parking. There's drive and sport mode, so you can shift here or with the paddles, and you can even adjust the transmission. I will show that here, of course, once we get out on the road. Now there's traction control as well as your parking sensors. You do have a shortcut for the forward-facing camera, engine start stop, your M mode that I showed, even a setup for M1 and M2. So these are shortcuts where you can have all of this ready to go and you can just push a button and drive. Now we have the exhaust note, auto hold, and the e-brake. A little bit of room with an auxiliary, as well as the glove box having plenty of space. There's garage door buttons up top and dome lights too. And then here's a look of visibility. We have some pretty large windows, even that window that you can just see out of, which really helps with your driver visibility. And from second gear, here we go. And this has so much more potential than what I'm throwing at it today. We do have a video, I'll put it down in the description, taking an M4 Competition to the mountains to really experience the performance that this vehicle has. So if you want to see some spirited driving, check out that separate review video. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the BMW M4. It definitely gives you that luxury vibe. Being a BMW, all of the features that are on the inside, all of the materials, and like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this is on the basic side for the M4. So it's not a fully loaded M4, but we do have some nice accents like the carbon fiber, brushed aluminum. And so for under 6 figures, you can still get into a BMW without, you can cross 6 figures of course, but you don't have to if you want just a kind of a basic setup like this. And not to say that's bad by any means. I really like this interior. I would probably stick with how this is currently set up. Steering is definitely tight, but our turning radius isn't that bad, but it's definitely tight for the performance driving you want to do. And it's a great vehicle to drive. If you're looking for, or you want luxury, but you also want performance, you get a really good blend with this M4. This could be more of a grand coupe or a grand touring type of coupe. It's something that you can daily drive. You could take this on long road trips. I drove an M2 9 hours one way and I didn't have any complaints with that. So I'm assuming the M4 is going to be very similar. So you can drive this on long trips. You have plenty of space for everything as well. So this could be your only vehicle, and it gives you a great blend of just the comfort, the luxury feel, all the amenities, and then the crazy performance that you can get. That's going to wrap it up though for the 2025 BMW M4 Competition. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this coupe for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.